Josue, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the concert yesterday late afternoon. You've joined us for the second video, the third epistle of Iehosua. And we left off our Lord telling Iehosua that this is the day I will exalt you before all of your brothers and sisters, all of Israel, so that they may know, just like I was with Moses, I am with you also. So let's continue what else Quies has to say to this to this new Captain General, who's probably quite nervy that he won't live up to the expectations, at least of Moses, what Quies is expecting of him. So he says, do command the priests to carry the Ark of the Testament. So he's to command the priests to carry the Ark of the Covenant. An objection, we'll get back to this. There's a few things to discuss about this for lay people heading to church. All right, so command the priests to carry the Ark of the Testament and say to them, when you shall be entered into part of the water of Jordan, stand in it. Don't forget, this is the season for the crops. So water's gushing down. I'm assuming it's spring. Sometime in the spring, the Jordan's up there pretty high. Channels are filled, and you want them to enter into this frigid water that's moving quite fast. It's probably going to be over their heads. All right. So back to what I was saying before. A couple things. Not certain how many priests. Yehoshua doesn't write how many priests are now within Israel. Later, I put an estimation. There's at least 5. All right, we have Eleazar, and then of Aaron's kin, and then Eleazar still has another living brother. So there's 2 priests. Then there's going to be at least 4 priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant on the wood, one on each shoulder of the Setim wood. So I'm assuming there's going to be 5 priests at this time, at least minimum. There's 5 priests. There could be more, but maybe we'll discover the secret to that later on in the Old Testament. So command the priests. That's another thing I want to discuss about. An objection for lay leadership of the church is actually portrayed here, because he's the captain general and he's commanding the priests. He doesn't have the heraldship that Moses had. Now, because Iehosua commanded the priests to take and stand with the ark in the river Jordan, an argument in favor of lay leadership is presented, and justly so. However, you'll learn that Iehosua also ministered. We'll discover that in a couple more chapters. Or appointed others to minister the sacrament of circumcision. This is coming. He also likewise will bless the people, and in fact renews the covenant with Quies, with the Israelis. So he is ministering. Now, with this, the English Protestants infer that Iehosua was chief superior in spiritual causes. Therefore, lay princes are supreme heads and governors of the church immediately under God. I'll say this again. Lay princes, lay priests, lay princes are supreme heads and governors of the church immediately under God, not the priests themselves. Yes, these actions, even when added together, prove their purpose. Nonetheless, lawfully, Iehosua did do these and other similar things. At the same time, he indeed had a spiritual superior on Terah. We already mentioned him. Eleazar. Eleazar was the high priest. Eleazar, the son of Aaron. One must recall that only Moses possessed the elite and rare superior power of both authorities, the spiritual authority as well as the temporal authority. It seems the Protestants forgot the ordinary priesthood and spiritual supremacy was created in Aaron and his sons. This was revealed in Numeri, 20 Numeri, as well as Leviticus, 8 Leviticus. The earthly government was given to Iehosua after the demise of Moses. And Iehosua, therefore, succeeded the super prophet. This was identified in 27 Numeri. Iehosua, remember, didn't possess all glorious power like Moses did. He did not possess it. He had but only impartial authority. No one will ever have that incredible relationship, that incredible power that Moses had. He's going to be one of a kind. Only Christ could surpass him. The entire honor of Moses was distributed. Think about it this way. Moses' entire honor was distributed between the high priest and the earthly priest. This was brought up brilliantly by Theodoret, which I 100% agree with. Theodoret expressly distinguished the offices, stating that Eleazar, the priest, should consult our Lord for him, and so receive answers in doctrine as well as in verity, and that Iehosua would lead and govern the people, and that he should go out and go in, and all the children of Israel with him at Eleazar's word. This is directly out of Leviticus and Exodus. Theodoret reiterated that Eleazar was set over Iehosua. Eleazar was set over Yahshua, just as it should be for all mankind. He which is before man. He which is before your family. He which is before your son, your daughter, before your wife, your husband. God first. Absolutely, God first. Your creator, your father. Without him, you have no existence. You owe him this allegiance, don't you think? You have the free will not to. You can skim along with this temporal riches and all the garbage that you have for your 80 years of life, and then you're gone and think what you left behind is going to be boasted and talked about. No, maybe a couple months. Maybe people attend your funeral and miss you, but then you'll be forgotten. You will be forgotten. But only Elohim boasts and knows all the hairs counted on your head. Only he does. Thinking about that, don't you think you owe him an alliance? What about spiritual affairs with Yahshua? In this realm, Iehosua was subordinate to the high priest, Eleazar. This former minister to Moses, Iehosua, executed the will of Christ by direction or approbation of the high priest. Through this, Iehosua commanded some of the priests to carry the ark, and with it to go into the Jordan River. You'll learn this here coming up. And coming into the middle of the river, to stand there to stand there while all the army of God and the people of Israel passed over. Similarly, there's going to come additional orders from Jehoshua. But we'll have to stop now. We still have a lot more to discuss this. So we'll pause it here. And when next we meet, we're going to carry on discussing additional orders from Iehosua that all should be circumcised. And you will learn this later when we advance through this book. So until next we meet, absorb this, read this for yourselves, digest it. Until next we meet, Pax Vobis.